The tribunal has carried out and completed its inquiry into the allegations against Honorable Mr. Justice Said Juma Chitembwe, as outlined in the petition to His Excellency, the former President. Having considered the allegations as framed in the list of allegations and summary of evidence dated 28 June 2022, in light of the totality of the evidence tendered, the Constitution and applicable law, the Tribunal makes the following findings. On allegation 1 and 6 in their list of allegations, the Tribunal finds that the judge knew Honorable Sonko, had a relationship with him through marriage, and had ongoing dealings with him over the sale of title number Kwale Galu Kinondo 779 during the pendency of the consolidated petitions, which facts presented reasonable circumstances for the judge to disclose the same to the Honorable Chief Justice, colleague judges on the bench, and parties in the consolidated petitions, and to recuse himself from sitting on the consolidated petitions. I should mention here, Your Excellency, that the consolidated petitions related to the impeachment of Honorable Sonko as Governor of Nairobi County. The second point we found is that these facts and circumstances and the failure to disclose the same to the Chief Justice, colleague judges, and the parties to the consolidated petitions amounted to breach of Articles 10, 75, and 232 of the Constitution and Regulations 9, 19, 20, and 21 of the Judicial Service Code of Conduct and Ethics, Regulations 2020 by the judge. His conduct further undermined the constitutional principles of fair hearing, equality before the law, the right to equal protection and benefit of the law without bias or prejudice guaranteed under Article 51 of the Constitution and ring-fenced under Article 25C thereof. The Tribunal finds that the contravention of Articles 10, 75, and 232 of the Constitution and Regulations 9, 19, 20, and 21 of the Code of Conduct and Ethics by the judge amounted to gross misconduct or misbehavior. On allegation 2, the Tribunal finds that the judge offered legal advice to Honorable Sonko on the possible grounds of appeal against the High Court judgment on the consolidated petitions, which conduct amounted to breach of Articles 10, 73, 2B, 75C of the Constitution and Regulations 11.3A and B, 17.3, 20, 21, and 30 of the Code of Conduct and Ethics. The Tribunal finds that the breach by the judge of these constitutional provisions and the Code of Conduct regulations amount to gross misconduct and misbehavior under Article 168(1)(e) of the Constitution. On allegation 3, the Tribunal finds that the judge acquired a proprietary interest in property, the subject matter of his decision in Malindi Succession Cause number 97 of 2015 in the matter of the estate of Peter Warner, deceased, being title number Kwale Galu Kinondo 779, held on his behalf by Mr. Amana Saidi Jirani. Further, that in acquiring or holding the interest, his subsequent conduct of holding meetings with the parties at his residences on 16th March 2021, 22nd May 2021, 9th and 10th July 2021, his involvement in advising the parties in Malindi Civil Appeal number 32 of 2018, Pacific Frontier Seas Limited versus Jane Mutulu Chengo and another, arising out of his judgment in Malindi Succession Cause number 97 of 2015, and his undertaking to compromise Court of Appeal judges amounted to lack of accountability, involvement in corrupt practices, and impropriety, contrary to Articles 10, 73, and 75 of the Constitution, and Regulations 13.1a, 14.1a, 14.1b, 14.3, and 30 of the Code of Conduct and Ethics. The stated breaches of the Constitution and the Code of Conduct and Ethics by the judge amount to gross misconduct and misbehavior under Article 168(1)(e) of the Constitution. On allegation 4 and 5, The tribunal finds that the actions of the judge in advising parties on the withdrawal of Malindi Civil Appeal number 32 of 2018 and advising on the probable points of appeal from the consolidated petitions, matters in which he had presided amounted to subversion of justice, lack of professionalism and conduct unbecoming of a judge, contrary to Article 73, 75C of the Constitution and Regulations 15, 16A and B and C, 17.3 and 18 of the Code of Conduct and Ethics. The above stated breaches of the Constitution and the Code of Conduct and Ethics by the judge amount to gross misconduct and misbehavior under Article 168(1)(e) of the Constitution. Your Excellency, having made those findings with regard to the 6 allegations against the judge, and having considered all the evidence and following the tribunal's findings that allegations 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 have been proved, we unanimously find that the judge's conduct was in breach of the Judicial Service Code of Conduct and Ethics, Regulations 2020, amounted to gross misconduct, contrary to 168(1)(b) and E of the Constitution, and in accordance with Article 168(7)(b) of the Constitution, we therefore recommend to Your Excellency that the Honorable Mr. Justice Said Juma Chitembwe be removed from the office of Judge of the High Court. We now have the honor, Excellency, to submit our report to you, and we thank you for the honor that has been bestowed on us as a tribunal.